Hi twins, welcome back to Lee's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at a love reading for new love for you and your soulmate to see what's going on currently in the relationship between you and them. Okay, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. So we're going to do something a little different today where we're going to read you and your person simultaneously side by side so we can see what the similarities and the differences are in the relationship so far. Okay. All right. So we got overall energy. So I'm using two different decks. Okay, so the overall energy for you is the Six of Pentacles. This is talking about equal love, equal give and take, okay? Underneath this is the Eight of Wands. This is talking about what it is that you want, which is you want communication. You're trying to manifest this relationship with this person. Then we have the Two of Cups showing up here, talking about the both of you having a strong connection and mutual attraction for each other, all right? And then underneath this is Judgment, which is Scorpio energy, and it's talking about, you know, and having a second chance at love, all right? And wanting a higher level of commitment with the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy. All right, so when it comes to your person, they're showing up as the Wounded Warrior with the Nine of Wands, okay? So underneath this is the King of Swords, which is an air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This is talking about someone who is very independent, someone who is looking for someone or wants a relationship where this is someone where you have to, this person has to find you attractive mentally, okay? You have to understand them, they have to understand you in order for this connection to take off for this person, because they are someone who is more logic driven than they are anything else, even though they are very in touch with their emotions, okay? For a lot of you, your person does have water placements, okay? With the King of Swords, this is also talking about, you know, this person needing that mental connection in order to, you know, to not lose interest, okay? And I feel like you meet the qualifications of what this person wants. I'm not saying you don't have qualifications too, but I'm just telling you what this card is denoting, okay? Underneath this is the Emperor showing up. It's Aries energy. It is talking about this person being a boss. This is, you know, fatherhood energy, okay? So they could have kids. They may want children, but this is someone who would make a good father. They're structured, disciplined, all these things. This can talk about them, you know, standing in their power and knowing their worth as well, okay? This is divine counterpart energy. And then underneath this is the Four of Cups, which is talking about, you know, feeling like you had a missed opportunity in love. I feel like your person feels like that, but they see you as the new opportunity, because normally in the Four of Cups, the person sitting under the tree is focusing on what was lost. This Three of Cups energy here, okay? Which could also denote a third party situation, which I feel like both you and your person were in your respective past relationships, okay? But this person has started to look at the opportunity that Spirit is holding, you know, out to them, all right? Which to me is the Ace of Cups. And then we've got the Three of Pentacles. This is talking about your person wanting basically to collaborate, you know, compromise, you know, build a great relationship together with you, okay? And underneath that was the Ten of Pentacles. And Ten of Pentacles, of course, is talking about love, money, legacy, the whole 9 yards, okay? So let's clarify. We're going to start by clarifying the Six of Pentacles on your side, and then we're going to clarify the Nine of Wands. Okay, so to clarify the Six of Pentacles, which I told you, recently just told you, it's about equal love, equal give and take. We have the Love's Your Scent card, which, I tell you, this person, either it's your natural body scent or it's your perfume or both, okay? Or cologne or both, okay? Because I got to, make it fit, guys. Okay. Then we also have the emotional safety card. So it says, you don't have to walk on eggshells. Hold on. There's a streetcar. And I'm just waiting on it to pass. Okay. So it says you don't have to walk on eggshells, hide your feelings, or second guess yourself. This connection holds you with care. So this is about, you and your person providing that safe space, that emotional safe space for each other, the soft place, okay? This is the person you're going to be able to come home to at the end of the day when you've had a horrible fucking day, and they're going to, be there to listen, to hold you, whatever it is that you're looking for or whatever it is that you require, okay? All right, so for the Nine of Wands here, Wounded Warrior, we've got balance. So your person is trying to balance out this energy. They're trying to heal whatever, wounds are putting them in this energy, and they're almost at the end of it, because it's the Nine of Wands and the next is the Ten of Wands, which is completion. Okay, so they're focusing on balancing themselves out. Okay, then we've got escaping. It says avoiding, blocking, pushing away. All right, let me see why this is here. Why this Spirit? Okay, so I feel like your person is, escaping or avoiding, moving away from things that no longer serve them. This reminds me of like the Eight of Cups. Like they're just gone. They're like, okay, this no longer is what I'm wanting, and I'm out. Okay, so I feel like that's what's happening. And then we've got the loyalty card. So this person, is going to be very trusting, very reliable, someone you can believe and believe in. Okay, all right. Okay, so when it comes to the first two placements we're going to look at, the first one talks about how you feel about your person, how you feel about your soulmate. So we've got the Four of Swords showing up here. This could talk about, this person being someone you prayed for. Okay, you've been trying to actively manifest. It can also speak of, someone with whom you feel like this connection is going to be very healing, because with the Four of Swords, like I always tell you, it's like the mini hermit, right? So let's clarify. Oh, we've got the Knight of Shining Armor. It just fell out of the deck before I could even shuffle. So we've got the Knight of Shining Armor here. So a lot of you, that's the way you see your person. Let me pull another card and see what else Spirit wants to say. Okay, yeah. It's a lot of fantasizing. You fantasizing about being with your person, okay? And in your fantasies, they are showing up as the Knight in Shining Armor, okay? All right, let's get one more card. Okay, then we have playing games. It says they've got game, but is it real? Keep your eyes open and don't fall for surface level charm. So again, some of you, this is stemming from the things you've experienced in the past, right? You're going to naturally and normally second guess people because you've been hurt and you've been through all these things. And so that's where your discernment comes in. We talk about that all the time, right? About how this is important for you to have so you can see through what is going on. But I feel like your intuition and your guides and the universe is going to show you that this person is the real deal, okay? All right, so when it comes to your person and how they see you, okay? How they, what is it? Not how they see you, I'm sorry, how they feel about you. We've got the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is an air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This is talking about them seeing you as kind of guarded, you've been hurt. And for a lot of you, you are suppressing these emotions. That's why I'm telling you, this person is observing you and they can see the areas that either you're working through, or, suppressing when it comes to this situation, because you've been through a lot. Some of you have been divorced. This can also talk about, just relationships falling apart, just going through a lot of things. And I feel like doing the best you can with what you got. But, You know, the fact that they're seeing you as the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords came up in their overall energy pile, that's a good thing there, okay? So I feel like, you know, this person is going to help you to get out of this energy. But for you, we talk about this all the time, twins, you have to stop suppressing these feelings, okay? I know you've been through a lot of stuff, but you have to, each day, you need to be working on a little bit of it. Because like I said, this compounds over time. It snowballs over time, and it's just going to get, you know, you're gonna heal more and more and more and more. And one day you're going to look up and be proud of yourself and realize how far you've come. It's not something that, it's when you're in the thick of it, it may seem like you're not even moving at all. But when you stand back after, you know, a few days, a few weeks, a few months, you'll see the difference, okay? But you have to apply yourself and continue to do it, and, you know, be vigilant with it and not, you know, not give up, okay? All right, let's clarify. Oh, Lord. You know, look, there they go. Look, there they go, twin flame. Okay, so this new person wants, like I said, teamwork. This is like the Three of Pentacles again. Teamwork, collaboration, compromise. You know, wanting to be a team to be able to build something great, right? Okay, let's clarify one more time, and then we're going to move on to the next question. So we've got the hopeless card showing up here, all right? It's talking about sinking, despair, falling apart. This is why you got to do your healing, okay? Because you can't be showing up like this, feeling hopeless and, oh, it's not going to work. Because if you go into it with this type of negative mindset, like I said, shooting yourself in the foot, cutting your nose off to spite your face. That's basically what you're doing, okay? Because remember, what you think, all right, dictates how you act, how you show up, how you move, all of these things, okay? So that's why the thoughts have to start out being positive, and everything from there on, if you keep it, you know, keep reinforcing the positivity, everything from then on will line up together in a positive manner. But if you keep with this, then this is how everything is going to play out, okay? And if you don't want to do this, that's why the damn healing is necessary, twins, okay? All right, let's move on. Okay, so the next question we're going to look at talks about how this is the question. I said it was C, but it's how they felt about you was the first one. So this one is how you see the soulmate, and it's going to be how the soulmate sees you. Oh, hold on, wrong deck. Okay, so for you, you see your person as the Ace of Cups, okay? As a look, top shelf. Look, can't make it up. I remember I talk about them all the time and tell you they top shelf, and look at the baby. Trying to figure out a way how to get it. Knowing they're gonna have to get something, they're gonna have to crawl on it, stand on it, or have somebody come give them the cup because it's so high up, okay? So I feel like this is spirit saying this is on a level you've never been on before. This is somebody, you know, this is why you got to work on yourself, because you're not already, you didn't come out of that relationship with the past person ready to be in a relationship with this person, or ready to be in a relationship with anybody. If you want me to be honest, you came out of it burned and feeling a certain type of way. And that's normal. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not making light of it or looking down or anything like that, because we all came out of it like that. But it's like, you know what? It's kind of like what the twin had to go through with you being on this table and them being down here. It's like now you get to see what it's like when it's you down here and you got to reach higher. How daunting sometimes it can seem. How, you know, overwhelming it can feel sometimes, because this is what happens when you're leveling up. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's a relationship, whether you're, you know, it's a career move, whether you're starting your own business, whatever it is, it's a risk. And it's always gonna look at times like it's gonna make you question yourself, like, can I really do this? You know, I don't know how, you know, how I'm going to get there, what's going to happen, this and that, all these things that run through your mind about this relationship. It's like this for anything, okay? Because you're leveling up is basically what is happening, okay? All right, let's clarify. But this is how you see your person as the top shelf, okay? All right, let's clarify. Oh, Lord, hold on. Okay, so the card to clarify the Ace of Cups we have here is planning romantic dates. So this person is going to be wanting to woo you, romance you, treat you in ways that for some of you, this may be completely and totally foreign to you. You may not have ever had anybody pull out the stops and go to these extremes like your person is about to do with you, okay? All right, let me get one more card. Okay, then we've got possessiveness showing up here. It says someone here is holding on too tightly and is starting to suffocate the connection. Love should need to cage you to claim you. So we got possessiveness here. I told you this, that this person, you know, is going to be like, this is, you know, they're going to want it to just be, you know, you and them. They want you to choose them. They don't want you to be with anybody. But I don't feel like this is possessiveness in an unhealthy way. I feel like a certain level of possessiveness is present in a healthy relationship because that's your person. That's your person. And I'm not saying that, you know, you should just be like, oh, you know, they can just go do whatever they want to go do or whatever. I think it shows how invested you are. But some people look at it as in, if you're possessive, that's some, you know, but nobody's perfect. That's my thing. No one's perfect. Everybody's going to have their thing. And I would rather my person be like this than to be acting like they don't give a fuck. Because then that would cause me, I don't know about y'all, but that would cause me to kind of question like what is going on here. Because this person has high self-esteem. They have, you know, they are a secure person, but I feel like that's normal. If you see anybody, because I would be like that. If I saw somebody messing with my man and that's my man, of course I'm going to be kind of like, hey, what the hell is going on? Who wouldn't be like that? Who wouldn't be like that? I don't, that's why to me, this is not negative, you know, but you take it as it resonates, okay? Okay, so when it comes to your person, the card that we have about how they see you, Knight of Cups, water sign or someone with a lot of water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I like that you're both seeing each other, you know, with emotions. You're looking through the lens of emotions, okay? So with this, they see you coming towards them, you know, with the, you know, laying it all out on the table, heart on their sleeve, you know, and the both of you being open and honest about how you feel about each other, okay? All right, let's clarify. Knight of Cups. Hold on, I'm not supposed to be using this card. I'm supposed to be using these cards. Excuse me, I had a little snafu here. Okay, so we've got the gift card showing up. This person sees you as a gift. They could actually be someone who is like an acts of service type person that actually gives you gifts, okay? All right, then we've got the Crossroads card showing up here. The reason why this is showing up is because you're going to have to make a choice. And this, I told you, this person wants you to choose them. They want you to come in and you know, give it your all with them because you've been through all the scrubs. So like, they're like, now, here I am, and I want you to come and give me a chance like you gave all those other people a chance, and vice versa, okay? All right, let me get one more card. Okay, so we got the lusting card here, okay? So it's talking about sexual energy, all right? So we know this. You both want to tear each other's clothes off, right? Okay, let's move forward. Okay, so the next placement we're going to talk about is, hold on. It's kind of difficult to see what this is saying. Okay. what lesson you're learning in this connection. That's what the thing is saying. The placement. Okay, what lesson is soulmate learning? Okay, they got a lot of cards flying out. Okay, so when it comes to what lesson you're learning, we've got the Ten of Wands showing up here and the Four of Cups. So I feel like what is going on for you is this is about, you know, you putting an end to carrying all these burdens and this baggage from these old, you know, relationships that didn't work out. Unpacking the bags, taking the lessons and leaving everything, you know, behind. And then with the Four of Cups, this is about, you know, you not sitting in that negative energy. Like you don't have that dark cloud. You're no longer walking around with that dark cloud over your head. Because I think that's the way a lot of you feel. Like you can't fucking find a good relationship or a person to treat you right to save your fucking soul. That's why I feel like this is the energy that I'm getting from this card. Okay. So a lot of you, this is about you coming in, even though it's not the Five of Pentacles, but it's like you coming in from out of the cold, you coming in out of the rain, you coming in from out of all that fucking negativity, and finally being able to be in a place for once where you can genuinely be happy and be positive. Okay. All right, let's clarify. Okay, so we've got, this is about transforming and letting go, okay, with this card, all right? It's like the butterfly, the caterpillar becoming a butterfly, right? Because I told you it's a top shelf, you got to be different. I told you got to show up differently. Then we've got the afraid to love card. This is why you're afraid to love. It's on your person's side, it's not even on your side. This is why you're afraid to love. This is why it's so imperative, so important for you to do your healing. So you don't show up like this, locked up, you know, locked up tight as a drum. You don't want to open yourself up, so on and so forth. Because this is like you coming in and self-sabotaging and like adding your own blocks to something that shouldn't even have blocks. Okay. All right. Okay. So when it comes to your person, we got 4 cards that fell. Okay, so this is what they're learning. They're learning how to have a fresh start after, you know, a lot of disappointment in love. Okay, their soul tribe is coming in just like you are, you know, just like yours is. And I feel like both of you are part of each other's soul tribe. They're learning how to, you know, let go and just let spirit guide them through this situation. And I feel like, you know, your person is naturally a more patient person, okay, than you are. I mean, it just is, right? And then, you know, I feel like this is also about them learning how to bring in someone, not only someone with whom they, you know, they'll admire, but someone who truly admires them. Because remember, I've told you this before in the past. I feel like your person a lot of times has ended up with people who, or they've chosen to be in connections with other people, because you got to take responsibility, right? Chosen to take, you know, be in relationships with other people. But I don't feel like they understood this in the beginning, where it comes to find out that the person was with them for what they have and not who they are. Okay, so they're looking for somebody to admire, you know, them, just like the way they treat their person. They're looking for the same thing. Like I said, you both love the same way. Okay, all right. Okay, so we've got bitterness. So your person is learning, you know, how to let go of the bitterness, the resentment, the anger, the hurtful words. Like I said, they feel just, you know, they've been here just like you have with the afraid to love thing. But I feel like they're, you know, they're being more proactive about it, because I don't know if it's because they're older, because for some of you, this person is very mature. Like, even if they're not older than you, they could possibly be on the same damn level as you maturity wise, even though they're younger. Okay. But either they're older or they're very mature, and this person likes to, I feel like they don't like to keep repeating the same mistakes. Okay. I know everybody has their blind spots in life about, you know, specific things, but this person, if they can, you know, because I think for them, they may feel like repeating things over and over again is like a waste of time. Okay. So I feel like they are very hard on themselves when it comes to this type of thing, because they don't like being caught with their pants down, so on and so forth. Okay. All right. So now we're going to move on to the next placement, which is talking about your conscious desires and your person's conscious desires. So let's start off with you. Okay. Okay, I feel like your conscious desire, we have the 5 of Swords, okay? I feel like, because look at the fish on the plate, and look at the, like, look like, you know, not daggers, but swords. Like, look at the little swords. They look like they're toothpicks, I guess, but they're in the shape of swords. I feel like, you know, even though this is not the 10 of Swords, that's what this reminds me of you tired of getting stabbed in the motherfucking back. You want to win at all costs. You want to win for once and have people in your life who you don't have to watch your back because you're scared they're going to fucking stab you in it. Okay. With the 5 of Swords. I feel like, you know, this is you just wanting to put an end to all the negativity, all the crazy shit you've experienced in your love life, and rightfully so. Okay. Let's clarify. Okay. Well, that was it right off the top. Okay, and it's talking about, you know, the karmic relationship, the relationship with your twin, right? You know that was gonna come up. Okay, then we also have make a move. It says swipe, speak, show up. Whatever your move is, now's the time to make it. Waiting won't align you, action will. Spirit is talking about the healing, because you are to make a move when this person makes a move towards you to come together in a relationship. But until then, the only action you're supposed to be taking is focusing on yourself and doing what you need to do to, you know, get out of this energy here. Because this is what you look like when you don't heal yourself. This is how you come into connections, and, you know, you, like I said, you be quick to anger. You know, everything, you know, you see everything as a possible threat. And like I said, it doesn't even have to be something. It's not something that you're consciously doing. It's an unconscious thing, like autopilot. You know, I talk about that all the time. You being on autopilot and not even realizing what the hell is going on. Okay. All right. So when it comes to your person and their conscious desire, we got the 3 of Cups. They want, you know, union with you. They want a friendship. They want celebration. They want this amazing connection with you because they can feel it intuitively that you're the person, you know, with which the both of you can have this. Okay, let's clarify. Yeah, see, there's the compromise card. Again, it's about, you know, that's what they want. They want to have a relationship where sometimes you both win, you know? Like sometimes we'll do it your way. Sometimes we'll do it my way. And then sometimes, you know, maybe we can come together and find a way for us to both get what we want. Okay. So we have shocking. It says turmoil, trouble, unexpected. It fell upside down. So they want to put an end to this. Okay. An end to all the negative experiences of love. Okay. All right. So the next placement we're going to talk about are your hidden desires and then your person's hidden desires. Okay. Okay. So for you, you're showing up as the 5 of Cups. See? That's why I know you need to heal, a lot of you, because all of the cards that are coming up about your desires, it's talking about, like, it's like this theme of the end of pain. But it's like what you don't understand is you are the only one that can put an end to your pain by choosing different people, by doing your healing, by being discerning. It's you, it's your actions, it's the way you move. But if you sit there, it's just always going to be like this, is what I'm trying to tell you, because you still identifying as the person who always gets hurt. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. All your cards, when it talks about, you know, what you're wanting and stuff like that, it's all negative shit. Look, you want an end to these things. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with you wanting an end to them, but what I am telling you is that it's showing me, the Spirit is showing me that you're primarily looking at your love life through a negative lens. And if you're looking at your love life through a negative lens, you're not starting off on the right foot. You see your person, all your majority of your person's cards, with the exception of two, the bitterness card and this shocking card, is talking about positive things, admiration, a fresh start, teamwork, all the things they're talking about. You know, the lusting card, it's all about positivity, but your stuff is the direct opposite. Okay, and I'm not saying you should not have any negative cards at all, because your person's got a couple, the bitterness and the other one, the shocking card. But this is telling me, this is showing me the lens that you're looking through versus what your person's looking through, and then y'all want to know where your person is. You see why? Because think about it. If you were sitting in a positive mind frame, but you see your person sitting in a negative one, is that going to make you want to be with them? Think about that. Is that going to make you excited to want to come together with somebody who keeps sitting in energy like this? And like I said, y'all keep giving me the excuses, but the time for the excuses is over, twins. It's over. If you want to be with this person, if this fucking relationship is really important to you, you're going to have to get your fucking self together, okay? Because you can sit and watch tarot all fucking day long. If you ain't making no moves, if you ain't taking no action, if you're not doing what's being recommended that you do, then you just going to keep sitting in this motherfucking energy, and you going to keep seeing cards from this motherfucker, which is the fucking twin. Because let me tell you this. Because I said this to Pisces. I did the reading for Pisces actually today. And one thing that I told them, and I'm going to tell you the same thing. When y'all come screaming and hollering, because it ain't all of y'all, it's just the ones that do. The ones that come screaming and hollering about the past person, and oh, you say it's a new love reading, but you keep talking about the past person. Okay, number one, the fact that you even saying something about them is letting me know that you ain't fucking over what happened between the two of you. Because I keep trying to explain to you the difference, right? When you over, like me, I'm not a big fan of my twin, but I don't hate them either. You don't ever see me talking about, oh, that motherfucker, wah, wah, wah. You don't ever see me talking about that person like that, because I've let it go. Look. I'm finna show you. I'm finna pull up Spirit's words on you. I let it go. Okay? Like I said, was I angry and pissed about what he did? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I felt, you know, torn down. I felt like the things he did was fucked up. Yeah, okay. But I know that I want him to go away completely. And if I want that to happen, I can't hold no animosity towards him. I have to just let it go, because I'm telling you, he's already put his karma into action himself. There's nothing I need to do. He already put his own damn foot on his neck. I don't have to do nothing. So that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. It's time to let it go, twins, because this is your energy I'm reading. So when you mad and you screaming in the comments about the fucking twin showing up, my question to you, I'm going to start, this is what I'm going to start asking you. What, did you do your fucking healing? Did you do your healing? Because I can tell, I'm going to tell you just like I told Pisces, I can tell when the person is showing up because they're still stuck in your energy versus you not doing what the fuck you need to do to boot them out, to do your part to keep them out. I can tell when it's them trying to bulldoze themselves into the relationship, into the reading, versus when it's because you hadn't done your healing. So that's why I tell y'all, don't be coming at me in the damn comments, because I'm reading your motherfucking energy. So how is it my fault that the twin is showing up? That's what I'm trying to get you to get. And then some people want to say, oh, you angry. I'm not angry. I'm not angry. I'm passionate about what I do. And if it's something I'm trying to make a point to you, yeah, my voice is gonna get raised. I'm gonna get a certain way. Because I'm trying to make sure you get shooken up and you hear what the fuck I'm telling you. That's why I do what I do. But I'm not angry at that person. What happened. I learned what I needed to learn, and now I'm ready to move on. See? But and like I said, I don't want to hear about the twin any more than you do. But if it comes up, number one, I know there's a reason why it's coming up. And number two, when it comes up for me, it won't be because I did anything. It won't be because I'm holding the fucker in my energy. It won't be none of that. That's what I'm trying to get. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Cause all of this shit is nuance. It takes skill. People think that anybody can pick up cards and read them. It's not like that. It's just like anything else. Anybody can read cards, but to read them well, it's a skill. And I'm not, like I said, I've been reading cards for like, oh my God, over 30 years. Okay? So this is not something I just picked up on the whim and was like, oh, I want to do this. And I only been doing this a few months. So I'm saying all of this to tell you that I can tell from reading so much who really has done the work and gotten this person out of their energy, and who ain't doing nothing they need to do, ain't forgiving nobody, and the person is showing up because they haven't done their part either. That's what I'm trying to get you to see, okay? So look at your person's card when it comes to what they want, right? We got the Justice card showing up here. This is Libra energy. This person wants balance. They want their dharma, their good karma for being right and trying to treat people right in relationships. That's what this is talking about, okay? All right, let's clarify. That's what I'm trying to get you to see, is the difference between your cards. And so looking at these cards that I've shown you so far, you tell me who you think is healing and doing their shit the right way, and who is the person that they kind of like rickety and it ain't really where it need to be. You tell me based on the cards that I've shown you so far, because that's what I keep trying to get y'all to understand. It ain't me, it's you. It's not spirit, it's you. It's your energy. Every week, that's who we reading. We reading your energy. So mad or angry or happy or sad, it's your energy. Like I said, I can't make this up. And then look, your person is possibly going through a dark night of the soul, okay? They want to have a family with you, or blend families, or like I said, build, the two of you birth some type of company or something, a business together, or a legacy, create a legacy together. But they going through a dark night of the soul, but they still showing up in positive energy. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to see, because that is where the block is. That is where the problem is that you in this so damn deep until it's attracting this type of shit. It's attracting the very motherfuckers you say you don't want to be around, right? It's attracting them, okay? Because this is what they want. They want you to be like this. They want you to be in this energy and not be healing yourself. Because when you like this, you are easy mark. You are easy target for them to come in and do the type of shit they like to do, okay? That's what I'm trying to get you to see. That it has to do with you and how you move. Nobody else. Not spirit, not me, not nobody else. Because I told you, I wanted the person gone. I wanted them out of my energy. And I didn't want to deal with it no more. So I did what I needed to do. It sucked. I didn't want to do it. I cussed and him and hawed all the way, but I did it, okay? So that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Until somebody can say something about it, or they show up in the read and you just laugh it off and go on about your business and don't feel no kind of way about it, you haven't healed it completely. If you don't feel like that. Because you see me, whenever I talk about the twin, I don't cuss nobody out. I don't do all that shit. I don't need to. Cause it's done to me. My job is done. Just the fact that I know that I don't ever have to deal with this person anymore if I choose not to. That's all I need to know. And that something better is coming down the pipe. That's all I need to know. Okay? All right, let's move on. I'm trying to get y'all to understand this because it's not rocket science, but you gotta do your work at the end of the day. That's what it is. Okay? So we got the mistakes card. So this person is wanting to eliminate mistakes. They're wanting to learn from the mistakes, they want to stop being in connections where they're misunderstood, where, they get treated or treated like a victim or victimized, and where they feel like a lost soul. They're wanting that to be done. Okay. Let me get another card. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, see, because they were at their limit, at their final straw. They were overwhelmed at their breaking point, and they had to let stuff go. So we got the beauty card showing up here. It says charming, graceful, kind-hearted. This is how they see you, okay? All right. Hold on one second. Okay, I lost my place and I'm trying to get back to where it was. Okay, so now what we're going to look at is, oh wait, I didn't clarify your side. Let me clarify your side and then we're going to move on. So we have the marriage card here. You're wanting to get out of heartbreak, breakup, separation, and go into marriage, okay? But you can't go straight from this to this. There's a process you got to go through. That's why you're going through the separation that you're going through, so that you can go through the steps you need to go through to get there. Okay? All right. Then we've got the still standing card here. Okay? It says you didn't let hard times become a breaking point. This is a love that deepens with every test. So you're wanting this type of love where you and this person will still be standing at the end of time. And I get that. But it's going to require you to move differently than the way you're moving. Okay? Because let me say it like this. If you having difficulty getting through this, not because you can't do it, because I always tell y'all can do it. I always believe in y'all and believe that you can do it. But I feel like if you having a problem getting through this because for whatever reason you can't be motivated enough to heal yourself, then how you gonna be like this with somebody? Because it's gonna require you to do the same. That's why this is what you're gonna get. What you're going through right now is a motherfucking taste test of what's gonna happen when you get into this connection with this person. And what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that, oh, it's going to be some type of horror fest and this and that and this and that. But I already told you certain things, right? Like when you get into this connection with this person, exes are going to be coming out of the woodwork. And it's not necessarily just the last two people that y'all dealt with. It's people telling me that it's folks coming from fucking years and years ago trying to insert themselves because they can feel energetically that you happy. You know how it is when you get to a certain level. It's kind of like when people become successful, right? When they become famous, right? It's like don't nobody know your ass until everybody know you, and then they knew you from the beginning and never left, right? So it's the same type of shit with this, right? You in a relationship now? I need you to be in this relationship with me, you know, but you ain't seen the motherfucker the whole time you was by yourself. When you was suffering and trying to heal and trying to pick your damn face up off the ground, they wasn't nowhere to be found. But now they all up in your business, right? So that's what I'm trying to get you to understand. If you having a problem with this, what's gonna happen when you get into this connection with this person? That's the question you gonna have to ask yourself. And if you ain't got no answers, then you need to start with the learning how to heal yourself. Okay? Nobody can do it for you. It's like if you want to, let's say you have a dream of becoming something. Let's say you want to be, I don't know. Let's say you want to be a runner. You want to be somebody, maybe that's always been your dream, to be a runner, to like maybe, you know, running marathons or something like that, okay? If you don't get outside and start or wherever, go to the gym or whatever and train every day, how the fuck are you ever gonna become a marathon runner? Because they run like what, 26 miles and stuff? That's a lot of motherfucking miles. But if you not even starting on the first mile, like they say, what do they say? The journey of a what is it? 1,000 miles begins with the first step. If you're not putting out those first few steps, then how are you going to get anywhere? That's how everybody starts. That's how everybody gets to where they want to get. But like I said, at the end of the day, it's how bad you want it, twins. Because if you some of y'all, this ain't for everybody, and I'm not trying to beat y'all down or make y'all feel, because I told you, I always believe that anybody can do it, but you have to motivate your fucking self to do it. Okay, there are gonna be days you don't want to do it. Let me give you an example. This channel, I love the fuck out of this channel. I love the fuck out of all y'all. I appreciate all y'all do, all the amazing relationships that I've built through this channel with a lot of y'all, because it's a lot of y'all that rock with me hard. And let me say this, I love the hell out of y'all for that, okay? But saying that, even though I love this, and if I didn't get paid for it at all, I would still do it, because that's how much I love it. It still work. That's what people don't understand. Because like people, especially the keyboard warriors that like to say shit about you, say, you know, try to tell you how to do your fucking channel and all that stuff. That's what people don't understand. Because that's why I be saying, okay, well, if you can do it better than me, then fucking get your channel and show me. Get your channel and show me. And then let's see what you got to say about it, you know? But that's what people don't get. Because it's what it is they see when people blow up, right? They see that part. But they don't see all the shit they did behind closed doors to get there. Like, for instance, oh gosh, like the people in the comments. You'll hear people saying they coming into union with their soulmate and it's good and it's this and it's that. But, and it looks like some overnight success, right? But it's really not. Because when I talk to those people and go in depth with them, and they can tell you this, I'm sure they'll go to the comments and tell you this. You don't hear of the stuff that I do, especially when I read personally for people about all the years of healing that they did, how, you know, they went through all this hell and they didn't think they was going to make it, but they kept on and they kept doing it, and they had this and they had this setback, they did this, they did that, until they got to where they are now. And so when that new person steps into their life, they motherfucking deserved it. They earned it. Just like this. Just like this channel. There are days when even though I love what I do, I'm tired and I'd be like, oof, you know, but I got to read, but I'm tired, you know, because I like to, you know, I'm an energetic reader. I'm not somebody that just sits here and is like, oh, then the card says this. And then the card says that. You know, I'm not like that. You know, I don't read like that. You know, I get into it. I get excited. I'm happy with y'all when y'all happy. I'm angry with y'all when y'all angry. And when I got to get on y'all, I got to be animated. I got to be like that. That's just me. That's naturally me. I'm not trying to force myself to do this or nothing like that. It's not that. That's exactly who I am. But when I'm tired, sometimes all I want to do is go and get in the damn bed. But I'm like, no, I can't do that, because I have a commitment that I made this time to do this channel the way it's supposed to be done, and not to backpedal, not to backslide, not to, you know, like I said, there may be times when I'm late. Like if sometimes if I'm so exhausted that I know I can't give you a quality fucking read, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'll wait. And that's why sometimes it'll end up being late. Or if spirit is telling me that I need to take a break, I have to listen, because I don't want them to cut my channel to where for, you know, 2, 3, 4 days, I can't do nothing at all. So I have to take the hit. I have to pick my battles, and I have to take the hits where I can, where I can, and pick and choose what I do when I do. But at the end of the day, it's work. And it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of consistency. It's a lot of, like I said, you have time. It's like going to the gym. Those of you who work out, you know it's the same thing. Some days you be like, oh my God, I had a hard, long day, and the last fucking thing I want to do is pick up this weight, or go take my walk, or go to the gym and, run or whatever it is you do. Sometimes that's the last fucking thing you want to do. But you know that you're striving for certain goals, right? You want to look a certain way. You want to be healthy. You want all these things. So if you want all these things, it requires sacrifice, okay? I don't care if you love the gym. There will always come a day. It's with anything. I don't care how you love it. There will always come the day where you'll be like, ooh, I just want to take off these clothes and just get in the bed. I don't want to go to no motherfucking gym. Just like I say, some days I don't want to turn on the camera. Like when I had went on the trip to Vegas and I came back, oh my God, I was so goddamn exhausted. People was telling me in the comments, they was like, you look like either you've been crying or you exhausted. I was like, no, it's tired. I was so tired. But I'm like, I can't stop, because this is my thing. This is what I do. I made a commitment to it, and I honor that commitment every day, because that's part of my self-love. Because I promised myself I would never go back to doing jobs that were soul sucking. So as a part of that promise, I got to commit to this every single day, whether whether I'm feeling like, up in the clouds, or I'm down in the damn dumps. Okay. So if I'm having a bad day, I just give myself a little bit of time, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give you a few hours to get yourself together. Then we got to get up and we got to do what we got to do. Cause even on the way back from Vegas, I was driving. And so I had to stop purposefully to make sure that I did my reads. That's why you saw me in all them different hotels. Cause I was like, I can't let my shit, I can't let my shit go, and let my my subscribers not have nothing to see just because I'm coming back from the thing. So I'm saying all of this to you to say that that's how you gotta be when it comes. If you want this fucking relationship, if you really, really, really want your life to change, twins, it requires that type of dedication. You can't fucking give up, because you're stepping into a new timeline that you pretty much know nothing about. It's not something you're used to. See, you used to being this. You used to this, right? You're used to this to the point to a lot of you, may still at times identify like this. And when you catch yourself like this, you got to nip it in the fucking bud every time. You cannot give up until you make the change. That's why a lot of people, that's why this journey we on ain't cut out for the fucking weak. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. You're fucking stronger than you think you are, okay? But there always going to come times where you don't want to do what you're supposed to fucking do. But you just got to bite the motherfucking bullet and do it anyway, okay? And when I see the growth and the things that I've had through this channel, and the community that we've grown, and how, everybody is, how, forthcoming and giving the input and telling the stories to help other people and stuff like that, I'm proud of y'all, and I'm proud of me, okay? Because I didn't give up. Y'all don't give up. Y'all come here and you show up every week. And I just want to let y'all know, I don't say it all the time, but I'm proud of y'all, and I'm so grateful to have such amazing people that are subscribing to this channel, and I'm grateful that I get to help y'all. I get to do this every week. I think it's an amazing thing that we got going on. But if I got to kick your ass repeatedly to get you where you need to go, that's what the fuck is going to happen, because we ain't leaving nobody behind. So that means you better find a way to light that fire, to kick your own ass, to tell your own self whatever it is you got to tell yourself. Because this right here, I'm telling you, Spirit is playing a song in my head right now. Ain't no motherfucking half-stepping. This right here has got to end. Okay? You got to figure out a way for it to end. All right? Because if you go into something like this, it's not going to be what you want it to be. You know, I can't, like me. I'm not saying you're not gonna be afraid at times. I'm not saying you're not gonna not second guess yourself, because I do it too. Sometimes I put a video up and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have put that video up, you know? But then sometimes Spirit will be like, because I'll ask Spirit, I'll be like, should I take that video down, Spirit? They're like, put it up. They like, nope, that's the way it's supposed to go. Because let me tell you this, I'm gonna tell you a secret. When the supercut comes out for Aries, y'all might want to take a look at that first video. And those of you that have seen it before, you'll know what I'm talking about. It was when I was in Vegas and I was in the hotel room, and I started the video started off with me laughing, and I know y'all was like, what the fuck is she laughing at, right? I was laughing because I had gone off on y'all right before I got to that point of the video, right? But then I was like, I second guessed myself and I took it down. And then the very reason why I went off kept happening. And Spirit was like, you know, because when I put it up and I said, that was when I told you, I was like asking Spirit, should I take it down? And they was like, no, leave it up, because you need to stand up for yourself, because they were showing me seven of wands. So when I took it down, right? Like I said, but the stuff kept happening. That's when I did that twin flame reading. Remember where I was screaming? I didn't even know that was going to happen, okay? Because I never know what's going to happen when I sit down here and read. None of this is planned. Like, people want to try to say that, you know, tarot card readers are making up shit. No, y'all see me. Y'all see these cards drop. You see what the fuck is happening. If you don't believe me, go back. There's old videos on here, like of before, when I used to read and I just used to show the cards. You can see when I shuffle the cards, I don't choose cards. Spirit chooses them. I shuffle them and Spirit picks them up out of the deck. So if you don't believe it, go back and look at the old ones. You'll see them pop out of the deck. I never do it any other way but that way, unless something's up with the deck where I can't get the cards, shuffle the cards the way I want to. But I'm trying to tell you, Spirit made me, like, I don't know what happened that day, because I could hear myself screaming. I was like, oh my God, I'm screaming, you know, because remember that video, y'all know it's a twin flame video, because it should be in that twin flame supercut that I just put up. But anyway, I'm saying all of this to say, everybody second guesses themselves. Everybody questions stuff. I don't give a fuck how big they are. And let me tell you this, the bigger you get, the more there's probably going to be times where you question yourself. I'm not sitting here and saying that you don't get more confident. You do. But there still will always be those little things where you, like, you know, if you're doing something new or you do something different than the way other people do it and stuff like that. There will always be times like that. But like I said, if you want this shit, you're going to have to want it unlike you've ever wanted anything before in your life, because this is talking about a major life change. And if you want that to happen, you got to go balls to the wall. And what I mean by that is not all day long every day, but you got to set some type of schedule and figure out some kind of way for you to keep at it until you work it out and you get yourself on the schedule to where you can heal yourself. Because I'm tired of seeing these motherfucking cards here. I'm tired of seeing this shit, okay? We've been at it too long for these types of cards to be showing up, okay? So when you asking where the fuck your person is, you need to turn around and ask yourself, what the fuck are you not doing? What am I not doing? Okay? All right, let's move on. Okay. All right. Hold on. I'm trying to pick up where we left off. Okay, so we've got the next thing we're going to talk about is what binds you and your person together. What is binding you in this connection. So I'm gonna pull a card, one card for you, one card for your person. Well, it's supposed to be one card, but it's another one came out for you. Okay, so we got the Justice card here, Libra energy. We have the Eight of Cups and the Fool. So this is on your person's side. So what is binding for your person is the fact that the both of you, you know, they're willing to take the leap of faith, and they feel like you're going to be willing to take it as well. Okay, when it comes to you, we got the Justice card here. You getting your just desserts, you getting your good karma or your dharma, and with the Eight of Cups, walking away from things that no longer serve you. Because like I said, this is you got to do this. You got to it's gonna be some shit this coming up year that you ain't gonna want to let go of, that you gonna think is crazy, that you have to let go of, but you gonna have to let go of it, because some of this stuff that you are dragging around with you is holding you the fuck back. I'm just being honest. This is what I'm getting. Okay, all right, let's clarify. Okay, hold on, I'm about to show you. So your person, we got the lessons card showing up here. You know, this is about the two of you. For them, you're going to be bound together and learning lessons with each other, taking the risk, because I tell you all the time, anything, all of this life is a risk, right? Taking the risk and learning the lessons that you need to learn. When it comes to you, like I said, we've got the Justice card. It's talking about balance and, you know, letting go of things that no longer serve you, getting your just desserts, and then this player card. So some of you, this is talking about this old person, or like a series, a succession of old people you've been dealing with, male or female, that's showing up. Just imagine a woman in this card, guys, that are showing up like this, okay? Showing up, playing around, playing games, playing with your heart, not giving a fuck. Like I said, your picker. We talk about this all the time. I tell everybody this. Your fucking picker is fucked up. And in order for it to get fixed, you have to fix yourself. Okay? That's what we're talking about. And what I'm talking about is the way you think, the way you come across, what you feel like you deserve, all of that stuff. Because you have a secret admirer. It's your soulmate. It says there's someone in your orbit who is totally into you, but they haven't found the nerve to make a move. Okay? It's your soulmate. You have beautiful things waiting for you. But you know, for some of you, you're going to have to go through hell with the damn gasoline draws on before you get there. Okay? Because this healing, like I told you, it ain't for the motherfucking weak. It's not. But that's the thing. If the more of a beautiful life you want to live, that's the more fucking uncomfortable you're going to have to get. And people don't like to hear that, but it's the goddamn truth. And like I said, I don't give a fuck what I got to do. I'm doing whatever I need to do, because I can't continue to live my life the way I used to live it. I wouldn't even want to be here the way things were going, the things that we've experienced. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. You ain't your fucking average bear, twins. You are not your average bear. That's why you're going through the shit you're going through. You are on a completely different trajectory and a completely different level than most people who live this life. And I'm not saying that other people don't go through shit and do things, but it's like the levels, all the things that we've been through. Like when I actually sit down and talk to some of y'all, the stuff we talk about that y'all tell me is happening to you, and the things that have happened to me, I know this had to be some shit we signed up for, and that not everybody is doing it. Because look, there's people that want to try to tell you that what you're going through, you know, don't make no sense. It don't exist. Is this, is that? I tell y'all that all the time. And I'm like, how dare they? They don't know nothing about this shit. So like I said, what you don't know about, keep your fucking mouth shut. Okay? So I'm telling you, you got to get yourself together. All right? We've been here for a whole hour. See what I'm saying? I sit down and I start and I be like thinking, oh, it's only going to, you know, it's just going to be a little short read. Yeah. Right. Okay. Let's move on. When it comes to the current challenge, let's pull cards for that. I'll pull one card for your person, one card for you. Hold on. I'm pulling the wrong, from the wrong deck. So the challenge for you with this Page of Cups, water sign is someone with a lot of water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is Pisces. For you, it's about that love offer, right? The love offer, you know, and for some of you, I tell you this all the time, it's a small percentage of you where something happened between you and your person. So this is talking about the love offer, and, you know, this person, once somebody owes the other person an apology. I don't know who owes who what. It's going to be different for all of you. But for some of you, it's not everybody. If this is not your message, don't take it, okay? All right. And then when it comes to your person, the challenge for them is the communication. Y'all staying, you know, staying talked up, staying communicative together. And with the Ace of Swords, you know, having a fresh new start in love, okay? Starting over again. Because I feel like I told you, for this person, they wanted to just be like, fuck love after the last connection they were in, okay? So this is about a refocus for them. Yeah, wanted to put an end to the conflict, clashing, differences, incompatibility. Because like I say, your person's pickers was fucked up too. So don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. You're not alone in the bad picker crew, okay? It's other people with you. You're not alone, okay? All right, so let's clarify for you. So when it comes to you in this Page of Cups, we got abusive, drunken love coming up here, okay? For some of you, you know what that means. I'm gonna pull another card just in case this is not for everybody. And then we got boredom, losing interest, okay? You may have been, you know, losing interest in love because this is all you've been subjected to, is the abusive side of love. And not, well, to me, there shouldn't be any abusive side of love. But, you know, you've been in love relationships where all you've experienced basically is abuse, okay? And it's time for you to learn about the healthy, you know, the healthy part of love. Because it's supposed to be healthy. It's supposed to be fun. The majority of it, you're going to have bad times. You're going to have, like I said, you're going to have them peaks and valleys. Hold on. Ooh. But it's, you know, love is love, Spirit is saying. Okay? It says love transcends labels, gender, and expectations. Let your heart feel without fear or apology. This is about you, like I told you, authentically being yourself. But in order to do that, you got to love and accept yourself. And to love and accept yourself, you have to start to release the things you need to release. Okay? All right, let's move on. Okay, so the last placement we're going to take a look at is advice from Spirit. So for you, we got the Empress, okay? Taurus, Libra energy. Spirit is telling you, continue to stay in your power, know your worth. If you're not there, get there. Figure out a way to get there. Think about it. If this was a life or death situation, which I feel like it is, that's why I'm treating it like that. Because like I told you, I don't want to live in no world where I got to keep going through the shit I was going through in the past. And I feel like a lot of y'all are with me on that. And so if that's the way you feel, then you're going to have to fucking find a way to get to this Empress energy and to stay in it as much as you possibly can. Okay? All right, let's clarify. Yeah, because you're going to have interfering temptations. You're going to have people, your friends, trying to drag you off somewhere because they don't understand what you're doing or what's going on with you or whatever. But you got to stay the course and be like, no, fuck this, you know? I got to do such and such and such and such. Because like I told you, me and Spirit be going at it because sometimes they be like, you need to go lay down. And I'm like, yeah, but I got to make sure I do my damn work before I do it. Okay? So blocked here, it says, it stings to be blocked, but try not to take it personally. Value those who value you and don't chase the ghosts. Okay? So this ain't just talking about romantically. This is everybody. I tell y'all this. Call the people who call you. Write the people who write you. Go see the people who go visit, who come visit you. But if they ain't doing none of them things, or they ain't doing all of them things and you doing them, there's something wrong and you need to back off and leave these fuckers alone. Okay? Sometimes people have to feel your absence for them to realize that there's a motherfucking problem. Okay? Then we got blocked passion. Okay, it's because you shoving this you know, you suppressing these emotions. And I told you, you can't just suppress one area. If you suppressing here, you suppressing everywhere. So it's saying blocked passion. When passion is blocked, it usually reflects something deeper. It's time to look beneath the surface and ask what's not being expressed. Okay, because your feelings are valid. They are important and they deserve to have a voice. Okay, whether you got to go scream in a pillow, you got to go outside and beat the ground, you gotta get some gloves and a punching bag and go to the gym and tear it up. It's whatever works for you. Journal it. Okay, go see somebody. Go to counseling and see somebody. Whatever it is that's gonna work. But you gotta unleash this stuff you're suppressing, because that's why it's coming out. You see what I'm trying to show you? It's coming out in other ways. It's coming out in the damn cards. It's coming out in the cards. You talking about you want this. You talking about you want this, but some of you are here. I'm not saying you can't get to this, but I'm saying if you don't start working on this, you ain't ever gonna get to this. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay. Okay, so let's get some messages. I done screamed and hollered at y'all enough. Let's get the messages. Let's see what Spirit wants to tell you. Okay, so we've got honest echoes, okay? It says, listen to the whispers of your heart, for you know the whole truth, okay? Then we have dream weaver. Dreaming and imagining bring your powerful vision into reality. I tell y'all that all the time. Be thinking about how you want your connection to be with your person. But like I said, don't put your life on hold for nobody. Continue to live your life. Continue to work on yourself. Like I said, be the best twin you can be, okay? Even though you ain't gonna be with the twin, be the best half of the twindom you can be for this soulmate, okay? Or be the best soulmate you can be. Let's say that, all right? And be here now. It says practice mindfulness to be present in the moment and gain insight. We talk about this all the time. Meditation. You don't have to meditate for 65 hours. You don't have to do that, because I don't meditate like that. I meditate less than 15 minutes every day and I'm good. Okay, so you got to find your magic number, no matter what it is. It could be 2 minutes, it could be 3 minutes, or you don't have to sit still. And if that's not what you want to do, you can do yoga, you can do Tai Chi, you can do, you know, you can go for a walk. It's different types of meditation. All meditation is not still. You can move around and be meditating. You can scrub the fucking floor and meditate. Okay, it's different for everybody. Whatever makes you calm you down and center you, that's what you need to go do. Listen to music. You may need to listen to music. Like when I meditate, I listen to music. Sometimes I sit in silence, but most times I listen to music. But I have meditation stuff. But sometimes if I just if I'm in one of them moods and it's a certain song I want to hear, I'll listen to that song while I'm meditating. Okay, I just will sit like I normally do and put on my headphones and listen to it. It's what works for you. Okay, you have to figure out your groove, your path, your way of doing stuff. Okay, all right. So let's get some messages from your person. Let's see what they want to tell you. Okay, we've got I can't keep going on without you. Okay, we have you're the first thing I think about when I open up my eyes. We've got I crave you. Okay. All right. So we've got inspiration and we have need you. So need you says you are so nurturing, magnetic, and a passionate queen or king in my life. Your light shines bright and guides me in my darkness. You feel like home to me, and I always feel very happy and comfortable in your presence. Thank you, my love, for always sending me healing, energy, and love. I need you and your energy even more now, okay? And then we have inspiration. It says, there is no one else who inspires me the way you do. I'm so proud of you, your achievements and gifts. Your love really gives me strength and courage to strive for more out of life. Okay, so you inspire this person. You know, they feel like they need you in their life. And I feel like, you know, when the two of you come together, you're gonna come to need each other. But first, you gotta learn to want and love and need yourself first. It has to start with your relationship with yourself first. I keep saying that, but it's like you have to get it. It took me a long time to get it, but I had to get it too. Because people used to say all the time, you just gotta love yourself, you gotta love yourself. But like I said, you don't know how important it is until you start to do it. So we've got, I would do it all again. I hide my feelings. We know that. I'm becoming a better person. And so like I said, you need to be doing the same thing too. I feel like the majority of you are doing what you need to do, okay? But, you know, I feel like you have those moments where you lollygag and whatever. We all do it. But you have to kick your own self in the fucking ass and be like, no, I'm not, you know, I'm not going back to the way things are. You need to be afraid. You need to be very afraid. Because like I said, every time you don't do your healing, each day you don't do what you're supposed to do, you making it so old dude can come back, or dude or chick, dude or do that, whatever you want to call it, can come back and you know, they gonna think they got a chance. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, I'm just telling you. I'm telling you what's up. So we've got, you are my destiny. My love for you is real. Never doubt it. I'm always talking about you to my friends, and I always carry you in my heart. Okay. All right. Let's get these romance angel cards. Look, we at almost an hour. I'm saying 100. An hour and 16 minutes now. We at. Let me let y'all go. I told you, I was thinking, because look, I was sitting here before I got on this camera, and I was like, I just want to get into bed. I just want to go to sleep. But I was like, no, I can't do that. I have to do my readings. I have to do my readings. Just like I trust that y'all are going to show up, I have to show up for y'all, because y'all trusting that I'm going to show up too. So it's like we got a contract going on here. You show up and I show up. So it's the same thing. So we've got workplace romance. It says common cause connection, okay? Like the two of you uniting for a common cause. Then we've got material attachment. It says too much focus on visible trappings, okay? It's not about the outside. I tell y'all that. It's the inside, because there's people that are walking around now that look like gods, you know, like Adonises, right? And who, I don't know, who is a beautiful, like beautiful women and beautiful men. But inside, they all black and crunchy and crusty and jacked up on the inside, because they haven't worked on the inside. Because a lot of people think that it's all about the outside, but it's not. Because if like I said, looks can get get somebody, but it take a whole hell of a lot more than that to keep them. Because if that wasn't true, look at all the beautiful women that's been cheated on. Look at that. So it takes more than looks to keep somebody. So that's why I'm trying to tell you. And then a lot of that, like I said, it's a belief in yourself. You gotta think, even you gotta think you the best fucking thing there is. Even if don't nobody else think that. You need to believe that, and continue to believe that, and continue to tell yourself that until it starts to get reflected back to you. Okay? And then still keep telling yourself that. Okay? Because like I tell you, Spirit tell me all the time that my ex-person, whatever you want to call them, hates it. They tell me he hates it because I have such strong self-confidence, and I know who I am. I stand in my power, and I'm like, I work at it every day. And then you know, they want to say that it's like borderline, like they want to say I'm arrogant, and I'm like, no, that not Spirit saying that. They saying that the person is thinking that I'm arrogant and I'm cocky, and I'm like, no. But you know what it does? It makes me laugh when they say that, and it make you know what it make me do? It make me want to go love on myself even more as a fuck you, because I'm like, nobody's gonna get in the way of me and my relationship. I don't give a fuck who it is. Nobody's getting in the way of me and my relationship. I will burn all this shit down for myself before I allow anybody to get between me and me, okay, ever again. Because that was the number one issue, and that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. You can't allow nobody to fuck up your relationship with you. Because if you don't have a relationship with you, you are fucking lost. Know that. You are lost if you don't have a relationship with yourself. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Okay? So like I said, once you get that love going, and you and you going and you tooling along and you humming, you keep fucking going. I don't care what nobody try to tell you, because that's how you know who got your back and who don't. Because the ones that's trying to tell you you shouldn't be like that, and oh, why you this, and because you've changed for the better, that's when you start to see the people who got your back and the motherfuckers who don't. Okay, when you start to glow up, that's how you know. Just like it's when you're down in the dumps and when you're glowing the fuck up. Okay, so I done talked, y'all, talked. Let me finish this reading. So we got Forever Young here. It says a song of youthful playfulness. Okay, then we have what is this? Love language, physical touch. It says a tender touch means so much. Then we have magnetism. It says there is a gravitational pull to each other. And then we have, oh Lord, why is it? Look, see, there they go. Twin flame recognition. Know that this soul mirrors your own. You know, they got to come in some kind of way. So let me just say this, and then I'm finna let you go. You need to form a relationship with yourself and hang on to it at all costs, no matter what happens. I don't care, earthquakes, tornadoes. I don't care if everybody around you is gone. You need to be able to walk with yourself and be okay with just you and yourself. Whether there's a million people there or there's nobody there but you, yourself, and you. Okay? So I hope this helped you. Like I said, again, I want to make sure I tell y'all I appreciate all your support, all the ways, the comment, every comment I read. You see, I read every comment. And I had to get rid of some of them because they it's the crazy shit. But anyway, I read every comment. Y'all love on me just as much as I love on you. Like I said, there are no words. I feel so blessed to have all of y'all in my life and the support that we have. I feel like we are part of each other's soul tribe. That soul tribe card comes up all the time, and I feel like it's us. We're part of each other's soul tribe as well. Who knew my tribe was going to be this huge? But like I said, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, twins. Remember, you can do it.